fired our realtor. Now, don't make the same mistakes that we did when finding a realtor in a new market. And the funny thing is that I literally am a realtor and I made the exact same mistakes that I tell people not to make. Do as I say, not as I do. Trust me, it will save you a lot of gray hairs. Hello and welcome to the Wanderlust Host channel. My name is Olivia Tati and I am a short-term rental specialist and world traveler on a mission to inspire you to invest in real estate and travel the world. Realtor myself and having sold real estate for the last few years, and then also as an investor, I feel like I'm somewhat qualified to talk about this. Part of the reason that I became a realtor was that I knew that I planned on investing in real estate and that a lot of people just aren't as qualified to be an investor-friendly agent. And as a person who just really knows what they want, especially that I knew that I needed to buy a primary residence that also made sense as an investment property, that I couldn't just work with any realtor out there who just didn't really understand real estate investing, not just buying a primary residence. Residential realtors, and I mean, you know, the realtors, the ones that are there to help you find your forever home or there to help first-time home buyers, are very different than investor-friendly real estate agents. Now, nothing wrong against residential realtors. They are wonderful, but there's just different skills you need to have in order to be an investor-friendly agent. So I just wanted to educate you, especially if you're a first-time real estate investor or going to a new market, on how to find an investor-friendly agent and what to look for. Now, don't forget, if you're finding this information to be useful at all, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell notification button and share this with anyone else who you think that this may be useful for. It just really helps me grow my channel and I need all the help I can get right now. I'm gonna give you my 3 top big tips on what to look for when trying to identify an investor-friendly agent. The first thing is that most of their clients are actually real estate investors. Usually when a large portion of their clients are real estate investors, they specialize on real estate investing and not just home buying. Usually, I actually like to ask other investors in that area who they're using for their realtor, because the chances are they actually got their realtor as a referral from another investor, and this agent is just connected within the investor space. A lot of regular real estate agents don't actually like working with real estate investors. We're kind of annoying. I mean, yes, we are, okay? We tend to think about completely different things when buying a property. Investors tend to run numbers on a spreadsheet and make their decisions based off of those numbers. They want to make sure that the property makes sense as an investment before actually pulling the trigger. Usually, now I say usually because it's not always the case, but usually investors aren't as driven by emotions as primary residence home buyers are. Primary residence home buyers are picturing themselves in this property, making memories with their family. They're thinking about how they're going to spend Christmas morning and how little Johnny is gonna love playing in the backyard, if they have enough space for their dog, etc. Whereas real estate investors may also care about the aesthetics, they tend to not be as emotionally driven as residential home buyers. Most of the renovation and changes to the property are also numbers that are run into a spreadsheet to make sure that it works as an investment property. So even though you may find a beautiful house, if the numbers don't make sense, the investor probably won't buy it. There are a few ways that you can find realtors that work specifically with other investors. Like I said before, by asking other investors who they use as a real estate agent in that area. If you really don't know anyone in that area, another way that you can find someone is to actually head to the BiggerPockets website and you can find investor-friendly agents there. Usually it's a good sign if they're on there because BiggerPockets is very well known in the real estate investing community. So if they're on BiggerPockets, they're at least definitely aware of what it takes to be a real estate investor and what people are looking for. Now, the second thing that you need to look for when finding an investor-friendly agent is that they understand the terms cash flow and cash-on-cash return, and other real estate investor terms too. Ideally, especially if you're a new investor or are investing in a new area, your real estate agent will be able to help you analyze your deals and will know what to look for in terms of what looks like a good investment and what's a bad investment. For example, my realtor in Denver, Chantal, she owns a short-term rental investment specific brokerage in which they help others all around Colorado buy short-term rental investment properties, and only those. They have access to AirDNA and are able to help you run the numbers or pro formas for you on any of the properties that you actually want to put an offer in on. So they can actually help you calculate your cash flow and your cash-on-cash return. Now, to be fair, not all investor-friendly agents are gonna go to that extent. However, you do want them generally to have some sort of an idea, base level idea, of what those terms mean and what to look out for. At the end of the day, however, it is your responsibility as the investor to ensure that the property numbers make sense for you as an investment property, because you're the one buying it. But it helps tremendously if your realtor actually understands real estate investing terms and can help you to pick the best assets that actually work based off of your model. The third thing that you should look for in an investor-friendly agent is that they own or have owned their own investment properties specifically in that area and in that market. If they own investment properties in that area and are actively investing in that area, they're gonna be an absolute wealth of knowledge, especially if it's in the asset class that you are looking to buy as well. They'll be able to help you run numbers, and they'll be able to advise you on what would actually work well and what numbers seem absolutely bogus. They're also in tune with all of the rules and regulations of the different neighborhoods, municipalities, counties, etc., and can tell you if there are any new regulations coming into play that may affect your investment. For example, I'm a realtor in New Orleans. I house hack in New Orleans. I have an investment property there. I generally am able to advise people, especially when it comes to house hacking in New Orleans, on what I think is going to work and what I don't think is going to work, based off of the regulations there, based off of the different neighborhoods there, the different cash flow that I've seen in those areas. Another thing that investor-friendly agents who actively invest in that area can help you with is understanding the different tax strategies that you can use and the different loopholes you can use in terms of regulatory codes on the property, and just so many other different things, because they live and breathe this stuff, and it's in their best interest to know it like the back of their hand, because they're also investing in the market. They're usually going to all of the town and council meetings, making sure that they're on top of it and know what's happening. But that's it. Those are my 3 main tips for finding and spotting an investor-friendly agent. And I just bring this up because we literally just had to fire our real estate agent because he was not an investor-friendly agent at the end of the day. And we were essentially doing all the work. He wasn't really providing much value for us from an investor standpoint. So it ended up being more of a hassle working with him than just trying to do it ourselves, essentially. He didn't really know what to look for in terms of cash-on-cash return, what was a good ROI, and just mainly worked with regular home buyers. There's nothing wrong with that. It was just, for us as real estate investors, it wasn't something that was adding value to us. Whereas I've worked with other super real estate investor friendly agents who've just been a wealth of knowledge and completely invaluable, and have acted like trusted advisors to us to let us know what they think is a bad investment versus a good investment. So to recap the 3 main things: number 1, most of their clients are investors. Number 2, they understand the terms cash on cash return. and cash flow, and other real estate investor terms too. And number 3, they own or have recently owned investment properties in that area. Once again, if you found this information to be useful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell notification button, as it helps me grow my channel and get videos like this to other new real estate investors who are also looking to get into the market. I post a lot of helpful tips for beginner real estate investors and really cool short-term rentals all around the world, so that you can follow along with my travels and see the cool stories of other short-term rental real estate investors out here. The more likes and subscribes I get, the more videos I can actually put out. I hope this video helps you when trying to find a new real estate investor-friendly agent to work with when buying your next investment property. Happy investing!